Here are some possible assessment questions for 4.10 using symbolic notation. With the drawing provided, which of the following is most likely a true statement? Looking at the possible answers, I've recognized the symbol for perpendicular lines appears in choices B and D. Therefore, I will need to know the definition of perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines intersect at right angles. Since the two lines in answer choice B do not intersect, answer choice B cannot be the correct answer. The two lines in answer choice D intersect but do not intersect at right angles. Therefore, answer choice D is not the correct answer. The other answer choices, A and C, show the symbol for parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that do not intersect. The lines said to be parallel in answer choice A intersect, making this an incorrect answer. The lines said to be parallel in answer choice C do not intersect, meaning that our correct answer for this question is letter C. Our next question provides an image and asks, what is the correct symbolic notation for the figure above? We can use our process goal of mathematical connections to compare the image to the symbolic notation. X and Y should be together under a representation of a line segment, which, as shown in the image, does not have an arrow on either end of the line. Therefore, letter D is the correct answer. For our next question, our students should be able to recognize the drawing as a ray. A ray is a part of a line. It has one endpoint and extends infinitely in one direction. The rules for naming a ray are: write the name of its endpoint first. In this picture, that is point Y. And then write the name of one other point on the ray. In this picture, that is point X. The symbolic notation of a ray is a one-sided arrow which should always point to the right. This should appear above the letters. Therefore, I can see that letter B is my correct answer. This next question was our attempt to recreate a TEI question known as a hotspot. While it is not a direct representation, the skills needed will be the same for students. As for the actual question, the student is supposed to use the drawing to select all of the possible symbolic representations for the angle shown. An angle can be named by using one letter at the vertex, which is letter A in this drawing. Because of this, I can remove angle C and angle B as possible answers. An angle can also be named using three letters in order: a point on one ray, the vertex, and a point on the other ray. Again, the vertex in this diagram is letter A, so it must be the middle letter. We can remove angle ABC as a possible answer since A is not the middle letter. Angle BAC would be a correct answer since the vertex A is in the middle. Finally, an angle can be named using a number that is written inside the rays of the angle. The number written inside the angle in our diagram is 1. Therefore, angle 1 would be a correct answer. The only answer choice remaining is angle C1B. Since it did not fit any of the rules for naming an angle, it cannot be a correct angle. Our next question asks us to find the figure which shows line MN perpendicular to line PR. In order to be perpendicular, the lines must intersect. This allows us to remove answer choice B as a possible answer since the two lines do not intersect. Answer choices A, C, and D all have intersecting lines. Perpendicular lines must also form right angles at the point of intersection. I notice that answer choice D shows the symbol for a right angle. Therefore, answer D will be the correct answer.
Here we've created a drag and drop question that allows students to demonstrate their knowledge of all the symbols. We'll move each drawing to the appropriate representation. AM is perpendicular to line BP, segment MP, ray AM, point A, line AM parallel to line PB, and angle BAP. While you may have taught quadrilaterals in your polygon unit in the past, 4th grade is now specifically to dig deeply into all quadrilaterals, giving polygon names and explorations to 3rd grade. There is a connection to 410, as you will see quadrilaterals will be marked with congruent tick marks, parallel side arrows, and angle markings.
One of the things we've seen in recent SOLs is a combination of multiple standards within one question. This is our attempt at the combination of 4.10 and 4.12. Students are told they are looking at a rectangle. Therefore, they should know the properties of a rectangle, that opposite sides are congruent, that opposite sides are parallel, and adjacent sides are perpendicular. So we select all true statements. So we need to see if segment BA is parallel to segment BC. Since they intersect at letter B, that cannot be true. Next, we need to see if segment AB is perpendicular to segment CD. Since they do not intersect, they cannot be perpendicular. Now we check to see if segment AD is parallel to segment BC, and we see that they are because of the definition of a rectangle is opposite sides are parallel, so we select this answer. Last, we check to see if AD is perpendicular to CD. Since they are adjacent sides of a rectangle, we know they must be perpendicular, so we select this answer.
Here we see students exploring the representations on this picture and considering their knowledge of quadrilaterals. Students might see all four sides equal and think a square, but then they scratch that answer because there are no right angles. Students might dismiss rectangle for the same reason, there are no right angles. Then students will determine that it is a parallelogram because opposite sides are parallel as indicated by the arrows. But then they will realize that a rhombus is a more specific answer because of the additional fact that all sides are equal. There is a document with all of these questions that can be found on the Region 4 Math Supervisor's website.